So I saw it in private, and I have never been so grateful in my life as I am to Will Ferrell.
Number 20, Khloe Fineman as Alex Cooper. In October 2024, SNL nailed the chaos of doom scrolling on TikTok with a sketch that parodied viral dance trends and popular creators. One of the highlights was Khloe Fineman's impression of Call Her Daddy host Alex Cooper. In the bit, Fineman dons a green hoodie on a couch and playfully introduces her next guest in true Cooper fashion.
What is up, Daddy Gang? It is your founding father. Today's topic is when to put a finger in. Our guest today is Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas.
Cooper certainly found this amusing, and she responded by posting a perfect lip sync of Fineman's impression, tagging her in the caption with the words, "I love you."
What is up, Daddy Gang? It is your founding father. Today's topic is when to put a finger in. Our guest today is Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas.
Fineman responded in kind, calling Cooper an icon in the comments. Cooper wasn't the only one thrilled by the sketch. TikTokers Harry Daniels and Keith Lee also gave their impressions a thumbs up.
All right, fair and square. You got it. You win. Hands up. You got it.
Number 19, Scarlett Johansson as Katie Britt. Alabama Senator Katie Britt gave the Republican response to President Joe Biden's 2024 State of the Union address, and it left everyone weirdly creeped out.
President Biden's border policies are a disgrace. This crisis is despicable. And the truth is, it is almost entirely preventable.
Britt's dramatic, almost theatrical delivery was practically begging to be spoofed, and SNL wasted no time. They brought in none other than Oscar-nominated actor Scarlett Johansson, who took Britt's intensity and dialed it up to 11.
You see, I'm not just a senator. I'm a wife, a mother, and the craziest bitch in the Target parking lot.
Strangely enough, Britt loved it. When she appeared on Verdict, the podcast hosted by fellow Republican Senator Ted Cruz, she said she fully expected to be parodied on SNL, but had no idea who'd play her. However, she was pretty pumped to learn that Johansson would be doing the job, and ended up actually enjoying the impression.
We're inside your kitchen right now, looking through your fridge. And what's that on the top shelf? Migrants.
Number 18, Mikey Day as Sean Evans. The wildly popular YouTube interview series Hot Ones got the full SNL treatment in 2021 and 2024, both during episodes hosted by Maya Rudolph.
Beyonce about to do something very human. So I need you to blur my face in 3, 2, 1.
Although Rudolph's Beyoncé was the star of the sketches, the real-life Hot Ones host, Sean Evans, was still very impressed with cast member Mikey Day's spot-on impersonation of him.
Yeah, this one's one of my faves. So, I wanted to talk a little about the song Ya Ya. Beyonce?
In a chat with Today, hosts Hoda Kotb and Jenna Bush Hager, Evans was asked about Day's impression and admitted to loving it.
This is Mikey Day. Did he get it right?
I think he does. I love his impression. And shout out to Maya, who's now done Hot Ones, fake Hot Ones, not once, not twice, but 3 times.
But for him, the most impressive part of the sketch was the fact that someone in the show's costume department had to hunt down a perfectly average outfit just to make Day look believably like him. That alone had him completely sold.
How do you choose which roles are worth taking a break from? And, DeRaphael?
Look into the light, please.
Number 17, Cecily Strong as Gretchen Whitmer.
Might surprise you to be hearing from me, some smoke show Midwestern governor nobody heard about till a couple weeks ago. But governors are kind of having a moment right now.
The COVID-19 pandemic turned a few low-profile governors into national household names, none more so than Michigan's Gretchen Whitmer. In this SNL at-home sketch, Cecily Strong played Whitmer delivering a video message to the people of Michigan from her backyard. Strong perfectly captured Whitmer's blend of firm resolve and Midwestern warmth, even offering some social distancing tips for the protesters opposing her stay-at-home orders.
That means 6 feet apart at all times. So if the tip of your AK-47 can touch the tip of your buddy's AK, back up.
Whitmer appreciated the impression. Well, almost. In a later interview, she called out the fact that Strong was holding a Canadian beer and clarified that her loyalty lied with Michigan brews only. Regardless, she was delighted enough to send Strong a homemade care package, including mugs, a t-shirt, and of course, plenty of Michigan beer.
But my sole priority is my home state, because we're not out of the woods. We never will be. We live in Michigan.
Number 16, Brad Pitt as Dr. Anthony Fauci. Speaking of people who became national household names during the pandemic, Dr. Anthony Fauci sits comfortably at the top of that list. When asked who he'd want to play him on SNL, Fauci jokingly said, Brad Pitt. That might have seemed like a long shot, but lo and behold, Pitt made a guest appearance in the first SNL at Home episode, parodying Fauci's deadpan style with uncanny precision.
It's like a miracle, it will disappear.
A miracle would be great. Who doesn't love miracles? But miracles shouldn't be plan A. Even Sully tried to land at the airport first.
Fauci was just as surprised as the rest of us that his joke wish came true, but he loved the impression, especially how Pitt captured the sheer chaos of the moment.
I think he did great. I mean, I'm a great fan of Brad Pitt, and that's the reason why when people asked me who I would like to play me, I mentioned Brad Pitt because he's one of my favorite actors. I think he did a great job.
But what truly won Fauci over was the end of the sketch, when Pitt broke character to thank Fauci himself and all frontline workers.
To the real Dr. Fauci, thank you for your calm and your clarity in this unnerving time. And thank you to the medical workers, first responders, and their families for being on the front line.
Number 15, Will Ferrell as James Lipton.
In 1982, a film was produced, a film that made not a little amount of money, but in fact a great deal of money.
Will Ferrell delivered several great impressions during his legendary SNL run, but his take on James Lipton remains one of the most underrated. As the ultra-serious host of Inside the Actors Studio, Lipton was ripe for parody, and Ferrell played him with such absurdity that made people want to go to see the actual show.
If you haven't seen the scene where Drew screams at the ET, go right now to a place where videotapes of film are sold or rented, and buy it, or rent it, and watch it.
Rather than take offense, Lipton greatly appreciated Ferrell for boosting his popularity and even invited him to Inside the Actors Studio. In a surreal full circle moment, Ferrell once again put on the impression of Lipton to interview the real-life Lipton.
I love it. I love it. It's very flattering. And besides, he came on my show and did it. He interviewed me as me. I was in one of his movies, Bewitched, at his request. We're good friends, and I think he's got me cold.
The recurring SNL sketch ultimately sparked a genuine friendship between Lipton and Ferrell, one that lasted until Lipton passed away in 2020. Number 14, Vanessa Bayer as Miley Cyrus.
Hello, it's Molly, y'all. So this is like my new show where I'm like sexy and adult now, and I'll like talk to people who are pretty cool, and we'll like talk about things I think are pretty cool, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Part of the reason why Vanessa Bayer actually got the job at SNL was the Miley Cyrus impression she delivered at her audition. It was so good that an entire recurring sketch, The Miley Cyrus Show, was created around it.
You may have heard some rumors that my boyfriend Liam and I already got married in a secret wedding, which I cannot confirm or deny, but did you want to see a clip?
Oh my god, that'd be amazing!
But it wasn't just the show's producers that loved the impression. Miley Cyrus herself was totally sold on it. She once ran into Bayer in public and told her that she thought the impression was cool. When Cyrus made her SNL hosting debut in 2011, the show seized the golden opportunity to create the perfect meta moment by putting the two side by side. They had Bayer play Cyrus, interviewing Justin Bieber, who was played by the actual Miley Cyrus.
Now, Justin, I knew you were going to be a big star ever since we met way back in 2006. We actually have a picture from that day. Can we show it?
Number 13, various cast members as the co-hosts of The View.
Hello. This is The View. I'm Whoopi Goldberg, and I'm as surprised as you that this is a fit for me.
There once was a time when nearly every co-host on The View was portrayed by a man on SNL. Thankfully, things have since changed, and no one's more thrilled to be played by women than the actual ladies of The View. In 2019, SNL poked fun at the show's famously fiery debates with a sketch about immigration and vaccines.
No, this is the problem. You're demonizing entire countries full of nice people.
Okay, I did not say that.
Can you let me finish?
Well, can you let me talk?
Well, can you let me finish?
Well, can you let me talk? Because it's actually your job to listen to me.
It aired while The View was on a hiatus, and when the show returned, the hosts couldn't resist sharing the clip with their audience. They were not only relieved to see themselves played by women, but also genuinely impressed by the spot-on impressions and how well the sketch captured their clashing perspectives.
We are 5 best friends with nothing in common.
Okay, we need to reset. Okay, everybody close your eyes. Now open them. Paul Rudd is 50. What?
Well, everyone except Sunny Hostin, who was curiously left out. Number 12, Kate McKinnon as Ellen DeGeneres. Kate McKinnon debuted on SNL with a bang. Right out of the gate, she unleashed a series of impressions that would go on to become legendary, most notably one of Ellen DeGeneres.
It's time for a commercial break now. When we come back, Johnny's going to give me an Oscar makeover where he puts me in a gown and heels, and it's going to look real weird.
From the relentless optimism to the non-stop dancing, McKinnon nailed DeGeneres so perfectly that the talk show host had to take notice. And she was all in on the joke. She even invited McKinnon onto the Ellen DeGeneres show in 2013, where the SNL star talked about how she perfected the impression over time.
I've since memorized it, so I went back and I watched it and I made notes on the way that you say all the different letters. And it's the way that you say R that really sunk in.
That was her first visit, but certainly not her last. To show how much DeGeneres enjoyed having McKinnon around, she kept inviting her back and even once allowed her to take over the host's chair.
Copies of my book. It comes in a little teeny tiny one.
Teeny tiny book.
Like a little baby goat. It's so cute.
Number 11, Dana Carvey as George H.W. Bush.
Good evening. Happy holidays to y'all. Once again, it's that festive season. Tonight, our Jewish friends observe the 5th night of Hanukkah.
Sandwiched between the magnetic Ronald Reagan and the effortlessly charming Bill Clinton, George H.W. Bush didn't exactly ooze star power. This made him a tough nut to crack on SNL. But Dana Carvey somehow found a way to impersonate him in a spectacularly hilarious way.
If we do go to war, I can assure you it will not be another Vietnam. Because we have learned, well, the simple lesson of Vietnam. Stay out of Vietnam.
Carvey's impression of Bush quickly became one of the show's most iconic bits, full of quirky catchphrases and exaggerated hand gestures. Surprisingly, the famously stoic Bush Sr. loved every second of it. He was such a fan, he even invited Carvey to perform at his final Christmas party in the office.
I was staying in the Lincoln bedroom last night, and I couldn't resist getting on the phone, and I called up the Secret Service as the president.
Feel like going jogging tonight? In the nude.
The two kept in touch after Bush's presidency ended and maintained a close friendship until his passing in 2018. Number 10, Bowen Yang as Charli XCX. The long-running sketch show heralded its 50th season in style. One of the season premiere's biggest hits was The Talk Show, hosted by English music sensation Charli XCX.
Whatever. Hi, it's me, 365 party girl Charli XCX. This is my talk show where we talk about whatever I'm on about.
Actually, it was cast member Bowen Yang in drag. Yang's take on the brat summer trailblazer got a lot of laughs from the studio audience, but was it brat? According to the pop star herself, Yang's impersonation was incredibly brat.
Amy Adams in Night Bitch. Brat. Eric Adams in Indictment. Nah.
Not only did she appreciate the performance, but the texture of Yang's wig was a particular highlight for her.
I was very impressed with the hair texture, actually. I thought it was a really good wig.
It did.
So
Yang would revive the character later in the season, right next to host Charli XCX herself, who was in character as Troye Sivan.
Can I call you Elfie?
No. Number 9, Maya Rudolph as Oprah Winfrey. You get an impression. You get an impression. Everybody gets an impression.
Everyone knows it's my birthday!
Maya Rudolph's Oprah Winfrey sketch is legendary. Spoofing the legendary TV host's love of giving her hysterical audience free stuff, Rudolph absolutely nails Winfrey's enthusiasm for things like macaroons and Ugg boots.
I wore these on John Travolta's plane. Ugg boots!
The memorable segment is also inspired by the very real audience who got a little too excited about one of Winfrey's giveaways. According to Rudolph, Winfrey was thrilled with the sketch. She was especially pleased that a woman on the show was playing her, as only male cast members had impersonated her on the program to that point.
Like, it was always played by, Tim Meadows and Tracy did her.
So she was just relieved that a man was...
Thank God you're not a dude.
Number 8, Jay Pharoah as Denzel Washington. Former cast member Jay Pharoah's Denzel Washington is one of the most spot-on impersonations ever heard on the show.
I knew it.
He nails the beloved actor's cadence and tone almost exactly. The most famous sketch finds Pharoah's version of Denzel working at a department store to research a new movie.
Come on, darling. Let's see what you got.
Okay, well, I wanted to return this bag.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's take a look. Okay. Oh, look at this here.
Parodying the playfully terrifying mannerisms Washington uses in some of his most famous roles, Pharoah harangues a customer trying to return a handbag.
Excuse me, speak up. You're at Macy's. There are rules and regulations. If you got a complaint, I want to hear it.
When Pharoah finally met Washington at the actor's AFI tribute, not only did the actor know exactly who he was, but he told the comedian he owed him a lot of money.
And then he goes, oh, you're a lot taller than I thought you were. I thought you were a short guy. You ain't short, huh? You got an arm on you too, Pharoah. Yeah, okay, all right.
Clearly, he took it in stride. In fact, Washington publicly praised the performance. Number 7, Maya Rudolph as Donatella Versace. Some impressions are so good that they keep coming back.
Check it out. I've done it again. No Versace pockets.
Maya Rudolph's dazed and confused version of Italian fashion designer and businesswoman Donatella Versace was a recurring highlight of her time on the show.
Versace pockets come in 3 exciting flavors: Monterey chicken, champagne, and my personal favorite, cheesy chili cheeseburger.
The sketches would find Rudolph holding a drink in one hand and a cigarette in the other, hawking products and flaunting her celebrity lifestyle.
So quit eating that crap you usually eat and eat this crap.
Despite playing her in what we'll call a slightly elevated manner, the real Donatella Versace apparently thought it was hilarious. Having said that, Versace did have a few pointers for Rudolph, which she imparted to the performer during a phone call.
If you to impersonate me, do it better.
Number 6, Vanessa Bayer as Jennifer Aniston. The former Friends star has been imitated plenty of times on SNL. An entire 2013 sketch centered around a Jennifer Aniston lookalike contest had several cast members trying their hand, but Aniston had a clear favorite.
Did you know that Ross and I used to date?
According to her, Vanessa Bayer's permanently confused Rachel Green really has the sauce.
Now, why do you think people are so nostalgic for the 90s?
Oh, yeah, the 90s are great. You go to work, you go on dates, and you go to cafes with your friends, and you all sit facing camera.
The two finally got to talk about it while co-starring in the workplace comedy Office Christmas Party. The studio audience cheered when Aniston made a surprise appearance during a 2016 Weekend Update segment where the two played out an argument over the faithfulness of the impression.
Vanessa! Yeah? What? No, I don't do that! Babes, what?
Number 5, Khloe Fineman as Drew Barrymore. The actress turned daytime talk show host usually has nothing but glowing things to say about her guests, and Khloe Fineman was no exception.
I am just like you, a boho free spirit, mommy, mother, movie star since I was 6.
SNL's season 46 premiere lovingly skewered Barrymore's elementary school art teacher energy. Fineman dug right into her effusive compliments, sunshine and roses mentality, and spacey personality in a way that was almost too real.
Thank you for allowing me to be on your show.
Drew, this is your show.
Oh my God. Thank you.
When Barrymore had Fineman on her actual show, life imitated art, as the host offered up compliment after compliment.
I'm really nervous to meet you. I'm so excited. I'm such a fan. I'm your biggest fan. You're gonna make me cry.
She literally bowed to her impersonator at the end of the segment. If that's not a ringing endorsement, what is? Number 4, Larry David as Bernie Sanders. In the run-up to the 2016 election, comedian and Seinfeld co-creator Larry David's take on Bernie Sanders was a runaway hit.
Hello. Enough with the hellos. Let's do this.
He honed in on the Vermont senator's dislikes of billionaires, claiming to only own one pair of underwear, unlike the rich bigwigs in Washington, D.C.
I own one pair of underwear. That's it. Some of these billionaires, they got 3-4 pairs.
He returned to host the show later in the season, merging his on-screen persona with Democratic candidate Bernie Sanders in an incredible sketch.
You coughed into your hand. Don't shake it after a cough.
No, I didn't. Shake my hand.
Oh, no. You specifically coughed into your hand. I saw it.
The senator suggested they should put David up in his place at the next rally, saying the comedian does him better than he does himself.
I'm getting you a good job for 4 years and you're complaining.
Number 3, Maya Rudolph as Kamala Harris. In the weeks leading up to the 2024 election, the first few episodes of the 50th season mined candidates Kamala Harris and Donald Trump for all they could. Former player and frequent guest Maya Rudolph earned a lot of praise as Harris.
You see, my campaign is like the Sabrina Carpenter song, Espresso. The lyrics are vague, but the vibe slaps.
She took on the vice president's mannerisms, sense of humour, and articulate, but sometimes roundabout way of making a point, and milked them for comedy.
Name something that you keep in your glove compartment. Oh, VP Harris.
Steve, look. I was raised in a middle-class family, all right?
Oh, here we go.
Her fans included the vice president herself. Harris laughed hysterically when presented with footage of the impression on The View, praising Maya Rudolph's talent.
Maya Rudolph, I mean, she's so good.
A few weeks later, she appeared on a pre-election episode alongside her imitator.
We know each other so well, we even finish each other's belief in the promise of America.
Number 2, Ariana Grande as Celine Dion. The Thank You Next singer has been doing her exaggerated impression of the French-Canadian powerhouse for a few years.
There is another sport whose timeless emotions ignite the bittersweet memories that live inside my soul. And in the octagon, UFC fighting. Shall we go for it?
It was probably Ariana Grande's appearances on Jimmy Fallon that cemented her status as a foremost Dion impersonator. But she's brought her skills to SNL a few times since then. In a 2016 sketch spoofing the Tidal streaming service, Grande cycled through her retinue of pop singer impressions, but audiences were most excited to hear her do Celine Dion again.
There were nights when the wind was so cold.
In an interview with Elvis Duran, Grande said that when she met the singer, she said her impression made her laugh until she peed.
When I met Celine, she told me, she was like, when I saw you, I peed.
Sounds like a rave to us. Number 1, Kate McKinnon as Hillary Clinton. The 2016 election inspired a year of banner impressions on the show.
I strive to be a positive role model for all children. Children like my daughter Chelsea and my granddaughter Chelsea Jr.
Much of the fun McKinnon poked at former Senator and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was born out of the idea that Clinton was hiding a lot of her true feelings about her opponents.
I think you're really gonna like the Hillary Clinton that my team and I have created for this debate. She's warm but strong, flawed yet perfect.
The performer found a lot of wicked and hilarious commentary in Clinton's inability to swear and lose her composure on the campaign trail, like some of the male candidates in the race.
God, it must be fun to scream and cuss in public. I have to do all mine into tiny little jars.
Clinton was so pleased and genuinely moved by McKinnon's work that she wrote about it in her memoir.
I wish I had her talent. She's just an amazing person.
Which of these SNL celebrity impressions is your favourite? Let us know in the comments below.